I boo-hooed. I said, oh, the club put me in there. No. I put myself in there. I did what I had to do as a Hell's Angel.
You know, my daddy always, if you got in a fight and you came home with a bloody nose, did you hit him back? If you didn't hit him back, Dad put you in the car and took you back over there and told you going up in that yard and get your shit done and be a man.
The underworld drove through by gangs, by the FBI gang, and all that shit happened to that chapter, right? Like those guys go through their being a big motorcycle club. It's even sometimes just being a small motorcycle club. You go through your.
A lot of people that have come in have seen definitely a change in the club and the direction that the club is going.
I looked out my window and you could see a body laying out in front. And here's this dude running around up there with just had his sweatshirt on. And he tells me he's a Hell's Angel. Even after all that, I still wanted to join the Hell's Angels.
People out there, man, that are just natural followers. And they just fall right in line with that type of program. But not 1%ers, man. 1%ers don't ask permission.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Stacks. I'm your host, Bill Stacks, and today we're going to talk about the member that was laid to rest. We got a bunch of other things to talk about. There is a verdict in the Wawa shooting situation, and it's probably not what you guys think. There's a whole bunch of things to talk about today. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother, sister's friend about Chatting with Stacks, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch this show. Yesterday was my birthday, and I really appreciate all the birthday wishes from everybody. I got an enormous amount of messages and people hitting me up. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I was gambling yesterday. I had to go make some money. So I had a great time, but thank you guys. Thank you all for all the birthday wishes from everyone. Hey, we got a new member in the house. Keegan, what's going on? Greetings from Toronto. Thank you for joining me today. Lindsay, how are you? Thank you for everything you do for this channel. I really appreciate you. Seuss or Susie QT, we got a new member. Thank you for joining us. You will not be disappointed. There's a lot of content, members only videos. Make sure you check them out. We're up to like 300 members right now. So, I mean, we got a lot of members. And I appreciate it. What else we got? The screen is so damn small. I'm used to having a big screen. Now I got a small one. Damn. Make sure you join the membership. Exclusive videos. Tommy, what's going on? Thank you for joining me today. Herman, how are you? Much love and respect. Thank you for joining us. East Coast Les Lethal was in the house. Christopher, good morning. The Gymster is in the house. So the Gymster, we did an interview, and that one's going to be dropping soon. Yep. The truth exposed about the Outlaw Brotherhood. Stay tuned for that one. It's pretty good. You guys don't want to miss that. It's going to be funny, too. It's funny. Yeah, the screen, man. The screen. The screen's a lot smaller than the other computer I had. Diaz, what's going on? Time to get these facts. You already know. So people were upset with me the other day that I posted. I mean, it was an article, right? An article. People got upset with me over it. I don't know. I mean, some of these articles spin things and make it seem a different way than what it really is. But it was a legit article. So, but they spun the information to make it seem something different. Kurt, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Shout outs to Central Florida. Appreciate you joining us. Ginger, what's good, man? How are you? Happy birthday, bro. Thank you. Appreciate you. Gotta make it before the man takes it. You already know. I love the show. Port Perry, Ontario. We're going to be talking about Canada today. Small, what the fuck? Yeah, the screen, man. I meant the screen, bro. The other laptop is just a bigger screen, you know? I got this tiny ass laptop. Ryan, how are you? Roy, thanks for joining me. Easy, how are you? Jason's in the building. Thank you for joining me, Jason. If you guys want to donate, you can hit up the Cash App. It's Chatting with Stacks. I appreciate every single donation. I put the money right back into the show. Send me a birthday gift. Shit. I don't really ask for donations that much. I really appreciate every dollar that comes into the show. I do get loyal people send me donations like quite a bit. And I really appreciate all of them. As long as you guys watch, hit the like button, share the video, I'm happy with that. A lot of people are on here begging for money and shit. No bueno. I make my own money. I don't need other people, you know? But I appreciate all you guys watching. That's the way I'm able to eat. So, we got a lot to talk about today. There's so many things going on in the news. It's a very busy one. First thing we're going to talk about is the pagan situation. So before we get to that, we got rest in peace goes out to a Grim Reapers Motorcycle Club member who passed away in a crash. I believe this happened in Ohio. Grim Reapers Motorcycle Club mourns the loss of Ron Rick Shaw. It's out of Martins Ferry. Ohio State Highway Patrol released a statement informing the public that the Grim Reapers Motorcycle Club member Ron Rick Shaw died Wednesday after being severely injured in a motorcycle accident on Ohio 7 Saturday evening. Shaw was riding. Shaw was on a club ride with his wife, Melinda Shaw. Both were flown by medical helicopter to UPMC in Pittsburgh, where Melinda Shaw reportedly remains in stable condition. The release confirmed that the accident was caused by rear tire blowout that led to a motorcycle overturning. It is also confirmed neither Ron nor Melinda Shaw was wearing a helmet at the time of the accident, so they did not have helmets on. Oh, yeah, that it can neither confirm whether they had a helmet on or not, but they he ended up passing away. That's a sad situation. After the word spread about the accident, Bethany Clark organized a fundraiser to help the family cover medical expenses. She said despite the devastating news, plans remained in place for the June 7th pancake breakfast scheduled for 10 a.m. through 4 p.m. on Route 40 in Lumberjacks. I will put a link in the description of this video if you guys want to donate. This is a sad situation. It says, Clark said the funds will go towards Shaw's medical costs and also will help with funeral arrangements for Ron. Nothing has really changed other than that the proceeds are needed for funeral costs and stuff as well. We don't really know at this time what his wishes are. We're just trying to drum up this stuff as big as we can to take some stress off the family, Clark said. We are really trying to rally together to make sure that her and her kids are totally supported. So if you guys want to donate, I'll put a link in the description. I will find the GoFundMe page that they have. And if you want to help out this family, it's terrible that this guy passed away. Now, I got a crazy story for you before we get to the other stories. This is crazy, right? So these people work at, I think it's a Hardee's, Hortons. Hold on, let me show you guys. This is a wild story. So, police, several fast food employees allegedly stole money to bail out inmates. So 10 employees from Hardee's fast food restaurant in Michigan City, Indiana, were arrested for stealing customers' card details to secure bail for inmates. Like, what? I mean, these people worked at a fucking restaurant. They're taking credit card numbers and bailing out inmates. So the sheriff's office investigated the case after correction officers discovered irregularities in inmates' bail transactions. The criminal scheme, according to official release, the group's modus operandi, or MO, involves several steps: data theft, employees photographed debit cards and credit cards belonging to customers purchasing food through the drive-thru. The bail transfer, stolen card details were then used to deposit funds into the securest accounts of the inmates with low bail amounts. Express release. Inmates were released from jail immediately after jail funds were credited to the system. So, I mean, what does this mean for the people that were bailed out? Do they got to go back to prison because these people got the money by false pretenses? So cash disbursements, the remaining funds on the prison debit cards, were withdrawn from a nearby ATM by the newly released inmates. Total losses and impact was nearly $14,700. All fraud victims were drive-through customers who were then directed to process funds through their represented financial institutions. The list of suspect charges, according to reports, whole bunch of people, all these people, I'm not going to read all their fucking names, but they all face organized criminal activity and six-degree felony, conspiracy to defraud, a fifth-degree felony. They got a whole bunch of charges. I mean, why would they just bail out random inmates? This is like the craziest shit I ever heard in my life. I mean, I keep seeing these weird cases. And there's another one I'm going to show you guys. Now, these people went to like a dump site, an illegal dump site, right? And this is wild. So, hold on, let me get these pictures for you guys. You guys know, like, back parking lots and shit, people dump, they dump fucking garbage, right? Let me show you guys these pictures. So, like, back parking lots and things like that are secluded, people will go with pickup trucks or their car and just dump their garbage in the back parking lot, right? So these people did that. And here's the pile of garbage that they left. But there was a whole bunch of those personal items with the garbage. Can you guys guess what one of those items is? You guessed it. It's a cut. Property of. So, Lady of Butch. I mean, these stories are just get crazy, right? Who the hell does shit like this? Illegal dumping at MacArthur Ridge Trail. It says the troopers in Vermont are looking for information about this. And these people, the comments are funny as hell. It looks like Butch and his old lady got cut out and scattered souls. It says, I would contact whoever the president of the motorcycle club is and let them handle it. I'm sure they won't like the club's name being associated with things like this. Anyone in an MC highly values their vest and treats it with the utmost respect. Plus, these vests are extremely expensive. So I have a feeling that someone stole this and dumped it. And the owner of the vest was not responsible for this mess. And it just goes on and on. A bunch of funny comments. Looks like somebody was hired to do a clean out and dump a load of crap. No way someone just did that alone. That's a ton of junk. Not to mention the names are on everything. Possibility it wasn't the owner of the junk. It looks like a scumbag landlord robbed somebody and threw their stuff away. Whose stuff is this? Does this not mean that tells who threw it away? It can't be the woman who owned that. There are things she would not have bothered keeping it there just to later throw them away. And bikers don't willingly part with their vests or jackets or anything like that. It could be a woman broke up with her man, right? And said, fuck this. Like she ain't be participating no more. No more Butch. But the comments are hilarious. And there's a bunch of other pictures. It says the chick's name is Pink. It says on the front of the vest. I don't know what club this is associated with. Does anybody know? The colors look familiar. It says 1919 on there, the front of the cut, too. Scattered Souls is the name of the club. Scattered Souls. And there's patches and everything in this dump pile. Here, let me show you guys. So they have full patches in the dump site, too. Let me show you. You know how they have, like, flags and shit like that? Here, let me show you this. Support your local Scattered Souls. Somebody scattered the fucking club property all over a dump site. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. So, Butch, man, I think you gotta go see your girl and handle that. But anyway, the verdict is in on the Wawa shooting situation. And the guys who cop pleas and are on probation for probably a long time, right? Some of them got up to like 4 years probation, which is all these strict conditions. These guys got the lowest type of charges. They got their charges knocked down to barely anything. So they might be getting out of prison soon. If you guys haven't been following this case, and I apologize that I didn't come on and break the news. Well, I did break the news in on the community tab. So the judge delivers the verdict in the Pagans assault in rival bikers in Wawa in West Nortonton. 2 Pagans, Montgomery County, were convicted of simple assault, and the third from Berks County was acquitted on all charges. The judge rejects the most serious assault charges after a 3-day non-jury trial tied to 2025 confrontation with rival motorcycle gang. We all know it's not a gang. Some people will disagree with me on that, but I don't care how many more situations happen. It doesn't make it a gang. It's a motorcycle club where situations happen, right? So in a long-running criminal case stemming from the October 2025 gang shootout outside of West Nortonton Township, Wawa appears to be nearing conclusion after Montgomery County judge convicted 2 Pagan Motorcycle Club members of the lesser charge while acquitting a third defendant entirely. So I'm pretty sure that 100% club, no gang, 100%. So one of these guys walked. Thank you for gifting a membership. I really appreciate that, Lindsay. Following the 3-day non-jury trial, so that just means the judge made the decision. Do you guys think if a jury was the one making this decision, do you think it would be a different outcome, or do you think it would be the same outcome? So they acquitted George Seawick and Joel Martinez and Justin Junkyard of the most serious felony aggravated assault allegations tied to the confrontation between Pagan Outlaw Motorcycle Club and the rival Unknown Bikers Motorcycle Club outside of Wawa, 2544 West Main Street. Hey, Scrap Iron, what's going on? This happened October 17, 2025. The judge ultimately convicted Seawick, 51, and Hernandez Martinez. Dan, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate that, Lindsay. And thank you for the birthday wishes for everyone. Damn, 23 months you've been a member. Thank you. I got a lot of loyal people that watch the show, and I really appreciate all of you. Paula, how are you? Good afternoon. If I missed you, I apologize. Fred, how are you? Johnny Wheatseed is in the building. Social Rejects. Deborah. Steve, what's good, man? Shout out to Oshawa. Shout out to all the people from Canada watching. CMC, thank you for watching. That's in your neck of the woods, right? Where they dumped those cuts at kind of near Maine, up there in Vermont. So, according to the reports, prosecutors argue that the pair endangered not only the rival bikers, but also innocent bystanders wounded during the exchange of gunfire. Noel, 34, of Berks County, was acquitted on all charges and left the courthouse a free man. So he was acquitted. He got to walk out. The other 2 guys had to stay in prison. The trial heightened the major evidentiary challenges, compelled prosecutors in the case. The members of the Unknown Bikers were key witnesses for the prosecution, but they were reluctant to testify and ultimately were granted immunity before taking the stand. Both men testified that they were attacked, but they claimed they could not identify anybody and they didn't know anything. Prosecutors maintained the Pagans initiated confrontation over territorial disrespect, alleging that the rival bikers had entered Pagan territory without permission, displaying their own colors. But that's the prosecution's claim, right? Defense attorneys repeatedly argued that the Unknown Bikers were the true aggressors and questioned why the 2 men faced charges, why they did not face charges despite evidence showing that 13 of the 14 shell cases recovered from the scene were tied to their firearms. Prosecutors countered that they were acting in self-defense for being surrounded and assaulted by multiple Pagan members in the crowded Wawa parking lot. The shootout injured 6 people total, including a Wawa employee struck in the back. See, it changed because they said that she was struck in the stomach, and then it changed. Now it's in the back. A bystander was shot in the face while filling air in his tires. And then we find out later that the guy that was filling air in his tires pulled out his own weapon. And he got into the car after this happened and ducked down, but he didn't let off any shots. The case originally involved 9 Pagan members, 4 previously accepted plea deals for assault, conspiracy-related offenses. So them guys are going to be on probation for quite a while, like years. And these guys have simple assault charges. They're probably going to get the max, right? Because they made them go to trial. Hopefully this type of stuff doesn't happen anymore, you know? Nobody wins in a situation like this. Everybody loses in a situation like this. Things happen, right? The other people were convicted, or they accepted plea deals on assault charges, conspiracy offenses, while the other two members had their charges dismissed. But they saved it so that they could bring the charges back if they wanted to. Prosecutor said they respected the verdict despite the disappointment or the acquittals and the downgrade in convictions. Of course they're pissed, right? They want to convict everybody. But how long do you think they'll get in prison for this situation? Do you think they'll do... Matter of fact, I'm going to check how long they can get, right? They were convicted of, let's say, simple assault. Yeah, let me see in state court. I'll tell you right now. All right, let's see here. Oh shit. Well, let me rephrase that because it says in Pennsylvania the maximum prison sentence for simple assault is 5 years. Oh shit. And you know, with them taking it to trial, they get pissed when you take it to trial and make them spend money and time. This maximum applies to crime, applies if the crime is charged as a first-degree misdemeanor, which typically happens when the victim is a minor under the age of 12. So it says a year in prison for mutual combat, such as fights. 2 years in prison for standard penalty for most simple assault convictions, causing or attempting to cause minor bodily injury. It depends really on what degree it is, right? Third degree. So they said it's a third degree. Let me see. Yeah, 1 year in prison. So they started their sentence October 17th. They will max out by October 17th, but they have good time too. So they'll be out pretty soon. But the other people who already pled guilty, they're going to be sitting in on a home confinement and all this other shit for a long time, like years. I mean, they pled out to years of time. I found out yesterday or the day before, someone I know for years passed away. Jessica Albert. Rest in peace to her. Sending prayers out to her family. It was a shock to even hear that she passed away. Sending prayers out to Jessica's family. That was terrible to even hear about that. So what's up, everybody? How you guys doing? We got 81 people watching. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Let me get through this. So these guys didn't even want to be in court, right? if the glove don't fit, that's what they say, right? Hey, Virginia Chaos. Dang, happy birthday, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Double happy birthday, Stacks. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. Craig, how you doing? Thank you for joining me today. I pity the old lady. I got you on Cash App. YouTube don't get its cut. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it helps a lot when money gets sent through Cash App instead of YouTube. They take 30%, if you guys didn't know. If you send $10, YouTube takes 3 of it. Fred, happy birthday. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Hope you enjoy your weekend. You guys too. It's a holiday on Monday. What is it? Memorial Day or something, Labor Day or something, right? Memorial Day, I think, right? I was gonna eat at Hardee's in Michigan last weekend. I'm glad I didn't. Shit, you'd be bailing out some inmates if you did, man. Can you believe that? All of a sudden, you go to eat at Hardee's. I don't even think I ever ate at a place called Hardee's. I never even seen one, I don't think. You go to eat at Hardee's, next thing you know, you get a bank statement that says that you just bailed out an inmate from the county jail. I wonder, they must rearrest them people and bring them back, right? I mean, it's not their fault if they have no connection to these people. Why would they just be bailing out random people? What's this world coming to? Jimster says. Hey, there's something new every single day. The sisterhood did it. Cooler heads not prevail. Hit that like button. Definitely hit the like button. Share this video. Share the show. If you're not sharing, you're not caring. I appreciate that, Jimster. Can you imagine that? Next thing you know, you get a thing saying, yo, you just bailed out some dude from the county jail. What the hell? So I got some videos to show you guys today. Let me see what we got going. Wilson, how are you, man? Appreciate you. So, let me see here. So this dude, I don't even know how to explain who he is, right? I think he works with the police, and he tries to, I don't know, infiltrate clubs. I don't know, but he swears that clubs are gangs and all this shit, right? This guy, Paul Dury, is that his name? So this guy, Paul Deary, he's from Canada, right? So he posted this. Now it says, Hells Angels apparent target of Surrey shooting Thursday. A full patch Hells Angel was uninjured after someone opened fire at Surrey Auto Spa business Thursday afternoon. And then on the bottom, it says murder victim who was Satan's Choice Motorcycle Club member remembered for fierce loyalty. So, I mean, I don't know if this post is trying to like stir up some shit. So, and as you can see in the middle, it says, Paul, well, Harley commented up there. It says this wasn't biker related, 100%, right? And then Paul comments back. It says, Harley, I appreciate that you took the time to post a comment. I certainly will not dispute that it may not have been biker related. My desire is to expose the truth about the crime world. And this guy's not a cop, so it's kind of weird, right? Very weird. Like, this guy's not a cop. He like wants to be a cop, I think. I'm not really sure. This wasn't new for Surrey. What, for Hell's Angels to be targeted in shootings? I mean, it could have been anyone, right? But is this related to anything? I mean, it seems like this guy's making it seem like it is, right? We got 104 people in the house. Hit that like button. So it says, I'm not going to dispute that this may not have been biker related. My desire is to expose the truth about the crime world. I do not want to see our young people led down the path we both know does not lead to good endings. You are certainly an interesting character to follow. Having said that, we both know which side of the line we are on. I hope I am wrong about your future. You are an amazing businessman. I only wish your talent not supporting a lifestyle that is so destructive to the rest of society. Now, are motorcycles destructive to the rest of society? I would have to say no. Like, I don't know. I don't know who this guy is. Seen him posting online, and I think he has a book or something. So he posted, right? It's a sad life that 350 Satan Choice members have chosen to live. I don't get it. Sure, they crave belonging to something of brotherhood. Are they living a delusion? Yes, he says. This guy's nuts. There's no solidarity among self-centered people. It's a contradiction, he said. Harley says in a Facebook post below that murder of his brother was not biker related. 100%, he says. This guy says, I disagree. I do not see a bright future for him. However, it is his choice. No pun intended. It makes me sad that most of these guys will die in their delusion. This guy seems like he's delusional. He really does. So he thinks all of these guys are going to die in their delusion, that they're all involved with crime. This is one of those guys that thinks everybody in a motorcycle club is involved with crime. This is that type of guy. And I gladly invite you on here to have a discussion. So it says, what makes me angrier than sad is that society romanticizes them. Well, you villainize them. Society allows these gangs to be role models to our kids. Society has become complicit in the trafficking of blood and misery. Let us share the truth of that life. Harley and others will say they are a club. They will push the same old propaganda. But why do we accept it as okay? He will likely die a violent death and pay the ultimate price for his delusion. 99% of those 1% outlaws are as solid as a soup sandwich. How original are you, Paul? And they know it, and they all know it, but they lie to themselves and others anyways. For those not in it, stay away. It leads nowhere good. For those in it, turn to the good side and help stop it. For those who support it, stop being played for fools. For those who report on it, know the consequences of what you report. It says society, do better. This guy is out of control. Yeah, is that what he thinks, right? So his logic is he was shot in Surrey, so Satan's Choice was killed in Toronto. What the fuck? That's a female logic. I mean, this guy sounds delusional. He sounds like he didn't take his meds today or something, right? I'm not really sure if any angels attended. I did not see any patches in the crowd. I do have some videos to show you guys, but they were invited. 100%. They were invited to the funeral to attend. Let me see here. They did invite them to attend. Let me find the article for you guys. I don't think any of them attended. I'm not really sure. I could be wrong. I mean, if they did, that would be pretty cool if they did, right? So bikers form procession for man shot. I rode with him as a Hell's Angel, and now I'm burying him as a Satan's Choice. Let's see here. I got some more pictures. So here is his bike being towed to the his burial place for the last ride. Matter of fact, here, let me see if I can play this article for you guys so I don't have to fucking read it and butcher their names. I don't know if this will
Bikers turned out in force for the funeral of a Satan's Choice Motorcycle Club member who was gunned down alongside another man in front of his widowed mother's Woodbridge home. Murder victim Pasquale, Squals Casciato, 49, was a member of the Hells Angels before switching over to the newly revived Satan's Choice Motorcycle Club. There have been no arrests in the murders of Casciato and Christian Belsito, 34, who came under fire from 24 bullets last week in what police call a targeted attack. Article continues below. There were at least 24 shell casings and bullet holes at the murder site on a block of detached brick homes on Kaiser Drive near Martin Grove and Langstaff Roads. Casciato's pallbearers Wednesday morning included his clubmate Harley Davidson Guindon, founder and president of the revived Satan's Choice Motorcycle Club and also a former Hells Angels member. Casciato was a good man, Guindon said outside the Westminster Funeral Home and Cemetery in North York, where Casciato was laid to rest. I rode with him as a Hell's Angel and now I'm burying him as a Satan's Choice, Guindon said. Guindon declined to comment on Belsito, who wasn't a member of his club. This wasn't biker related, Guindon said, referring to the fatal shooting. He did not expand. Roughly 150 members of the Satan's Choice and the connected Satan Syndicate, Satan's Horde and Satan's Throttle clubs were present, riding up en masse to the church and funeral home on their Harley Davidson motorcycles. They proudly displayed patches with 1% to declare they're part of the 1% of motorcycle enthusiasts who live outside the law. Some wore armbands with a smiling picture of Casciato on them. There was almost no visible police presence. Casciato's gleaming black Harley Davidson motorcycle was also brought to the church and cemetery on a trailer. Most of the bikers were from Ontario, but members from Alberta were also present for the Roman Catholic service at St. Peter's in Woodbridge. Many of the other mourners at the service were elderly and dressed in black. Death no longer has dominion over him, a mourner read. Dozens of bikers in club leather vests sat in the church pews for the service, while others stood alert in the front lobby, parking lot and outside a nearby apartment building. Guindon had invited members of the Hells Angels to attend the funeral service, but none were visible.
So he did invite members of the Hells Angels, but none were visible. But he definitely invited them. And like someone said in the comments, people act like these dudes hate the Hells Angels. They don't. Harley had a problem with a few members. And that was it. That was his own personal situation. I don't know how the other club feels about Satan's Choice. I never asked any active members. So who knows, right? But for them, this guy to say that he 100% knows that it's biker related is just weird. Like, this guy's just weird. He's weird. So I invited him one time to come on the show and have a debate. And I think he thought I was going to like just trash him or something. Because he never came on, obviously. But the things he's saying is that he knows it's biker related, and that life has nothing but death and misery for people involved. That's not true. These guys are not all criminals. They're just not. They have jobs. They have families. Like, they organize runs and they go to places and spend money in the community. They don't go to places and smash windows and destroy places. So I don't get it. I don't understand people that view these clubs like they're all criminals, because they're not. They're not. They're family men. They have jobs. They have trades. Like, some of them are very successful. So for him to view clubs as all criminals is just weird. It's weird. He wants to be like, he wants to play cop when he's not a cop. So I don't get it. I don't get somebody who wants to play like they're a cop. It's very weird. All right, so let's check out this video. This is a video of the funeral itself. We got 127 people in the house. Hit that like button. That's a lot of bikes. Yeah, maybe they're not allowed to say it publicly, but they talk behind the scenes. Trust me. 100% they do. I've never asked them. Yeah, they won't come out publicly on video and say anything. But, like, do they have a problem with the Twin Outlaw Brotherhood that disrespects them every single day? Because it's comedy? I don't think they really care about the Twin Outlaw Brotherhood, to tell you the truth. They don't give a fuck about them guys. They're not a threat to them. A lot of people showed up to his funeral. He was a well-liked person. I know, listen, all these clubs got people that are on the internet. Look at Donnie Watch. He wants to be an internet superstar, right? Social media influencer. Like, there's clubs all over the country with members online being personalities, media personalities, from the Beast to the Banditos. There's Hell's Angels that are on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Hey, Mile High Magic, thank you for joining me. Yeah, they represent the Angels, so back in the day, there was kind of a rivalry, right? But then there was a patch over, huge patch over. He makes me laugh too, man. Hilarious. I think he's funny. I think he's a funny guy. Listen, I got nothing against Donnie personally. I don't. Thank you, Mile High Magic. Thank you guys all for the birthday wishes. I really appreciate you guys. Sending prayers out to this guy's family. Hoping I pass away, I get a funeral like that. Even if it's hard following. Do you guys think that eventually these clubs can put their differences aside, or any of the clubs out there? I've noticed some of the big clubs that you would never think would put their differences to the side have. You guys haven't heard anything about these major clubs in a while. It's been a while. So obviously some type of peace plan is working, right? And you know the cops are there taking pictures of every single person that comes into that parking lot. Is that a striker with? So I got a question for anybody that's familiar with this club. So the center patch on the back, right? And some of the guys have just those little, what are they called? Those little tabs on the bottom. If someone doesn't have the center patch, does that mean they're a striker? See how that guy on the left doesn't have the center patch, but he has the two on the bottom? Does that mean that he's a striker? And how come the person on the right doesn't have the little tabs on the bottom? Is there a reason for that? Pee-wee was becoming kind of like a star. Some didn't like that he was online either. It's kind of the same shit. Yeah, but Pee-wee wasn't in the club when he was online. They didn't like it that he was online after he was out of the club. It didn't matter whether he was in the club or not. He wasn't online when he was in the club. They didn't like him coming online after he got out of the club. They just don't like when people come on and talk about their past, you know? Yeah, but so which one's the striker? The guy on the left? Not claiming territory. Oh, the guy on the right without the tabs on the bottom, right? Because I know one of the tabs have where they are, right? It's a different setup than what they do in the U.S. Yeah, it's still a 3-piece patch. Yeah, that's died down too. You remember when the other two big clubs were in the news, the HA and the Mongols, or the Outlaws. They haven't been in the news in a while, long time. And it's good to see. Hopefully all these clubs can put their differences aside and we could just report on good stuff that happens. Like, even before the internet, I seen TV shows of Bernie Guindon talking about his speed dealing days in the 70s. Northern Ontario playing too. I mean, some of the clubs have strict rules that they're not to be on the internet. HA just got arrested in Alberta. Huge bust. Yeah, Texas has been hot lately too. But I'm talking about between them other two clubs. That's a different story. What happened down in Texas? Let's see. Yeah, big Mexican cartel Hells Angels associate along with 33 arrested. Damn, that is pretty big. Let's see what we got here. Mexican cartel Hells Angels associated among 33 arrested in $37 million drug bust in Winnipeg. Drug seizures, the largest in the province history. Damn. Uh-oh. 33 people have been arrested and more than $37.2 million worth of cocaine, meth, and fentanyl were seized in what Winnipeg police are calling the largest drug bust in Manitoba history. Among those arrested are people associated with the upper echelons of organized crime in Canada, including the Hells Angels, the Wolfpack Alliance, and the Mexican cartel. Collectively, they are charged with 174 criminal offenses related to drug trafficking, proceeds from crime, conspiracy, Winnipeg police said during a Wednesday's news conference. Investigators also seized 14 guns, 12 handguns, 1 carbine, and 1 shotgun, approximately $825,000 in cash, 1.35 million illegal cigarettes, total more than 525 kilograms of controlled substance were seized, with the majority confiscated in Winnipeg last month. And some shortly before that, police said. Some of the drugs were seized in Van Gogh. Is that how you say it? Vaughan, Ontario. The investigation, nicknamed Project Puma, was launched in May of 2024. Target organized networks of people importing large quantities of drugs into Winnipeg, police said. The drugs were distributed throughout Manitoba and into northwestern Ontario, along with the disclosed quantity of pills, marijuana, cannabis, derivative. Investigators also seized 339 kilograms of methamphetamine, street value $17 million. 175 kilograms of cocaine, street value $17.5 million. 11 kilograms of fentanyl, street value $2.7 million. Winnipeg police said that the drugs were imported from the U.S. inside commercial transport trucks, then warehoused in Alberta and Ontario. From there, the drugs were transported into Manitoba through various methods, including mail carrier services, commercial transport vehicles, private vehicles equipped with hidden compartments. Multiple drug trafficking cells were operating under the single umbrella, organized, believed to be sourcing controlled substance from national level suppliers, though it wouldn't name the organization or the supplier. Probably the U.S. government. A lot of these investigations and the charges that were laid are still before the courts, so I can't comment too deeply on specific groups, he said. 7 of the people arrested have pleaded guilty and were given sentences ranging from 3 to 16 years. How do they plead guilty that fast? Asked if those arrested are actual members of the Hells Angels, the Wolfpack Alliance, or the Mexican Cartel, and they said that they are associated to those groups, but they didn't say if they were members or not. The bust of the network sends a very clear message that organized crime will not operate unchecked in this province. Homicide, gun, and gang violence, exploitation, crime property, retail theft are all directly linked to and affected by the drug trade, Winnipeg police chief said. Now you can follow the path of wreckage right down to the nuisance crimes, car thefts, broken windows, general social disorder, he said. I'm sure we'll find out who it was, right? Eventually, who was involved with all this. The bust of the network sends a very clear message. They will not operate. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. We will see the crippling impact of the drug trade on a daily basis, he said, including on individuals in form of addiction and overdoses. Some of these people get ravaged by drugs. The whole community gets affected by it. We see the devastation brought upon the families and loved ones. We see our neighborhoods living in fear because they have the misfortune of living within the blast radius of a drug house down the street, directly or indirectly. The drug trade in our community impacts every single one of us, he said. And this ecosystem of chaos is dependent on one thing: a constant supply and distribution of massive amounts of drugs into our country. The investigation included collaboration from numerous agencies, blah, blah, blah. Criminal networks no longer operate in the silos. They collaborate with rivals, operate across jurisdictions, adapt quickly, and rely on complex supply chains, making it impossible for any single police agency to combat this threat on their own. In addition to the 33 arrests as part of the investigation, Ontario police officers in Fort Francis and Dryden arrested 4 people in October and November 2025. I remember that, resulting in the seizure of 26 kilograms of cocaine, the OPP detective said. Those arrests came independently of Project Puma, but turned out to be connected to that investigation. The investigators are still searching for 2 others, Randy Chaos and Tyler DeFelice of Brantford, Ontario, on conspiracy-related charges. So I'll bring you guys more information as it becomes available. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this show. Oh, yeah, we got one more thing to show you guys before we go. Let me see. This is a funny one, too. Wait till you see this shit. So we all know that Gene Barillo, the mafia rat from the Bonanno family, the straight up loser, right? They call him Dick Lips. So apparently he got called out by a professional boxer. He said he could beat the shit out of anybody. Hey, Maureen, thank you for joining me. I appreciate having you. Thank you. Imagine how much they really got arrested, and you know those cops pocketed a lot. Probably. Yeah, the media is in bed with the fucking government, right? It's crazy. When I found out that is insane. Maureen, it's great to see you. So Gene Barillo got called out by a professional boxer. So he called out people, right? He said, "Oh, I'll fight anybody. He's motherfucker, blah, blah. He's a tough guy." So this dude called him out. Watch this motherfucker scurry like the rat piece of shit he is. You ready for this? It's quite funny. Let's check it out.
He's a former heavyweight boxer. He's best known because he beat Butterbean. He's a pro boxer, tough man champion.
Beat your ass,
knuckle
Gene.
fighter, and he beat Butterbean in celebrity boxing. Jamie Campbell, and he's coming on here. He called you out to do a fight, and yeah. So I got Gene Barillo on here. You called him out the other day,
aka Dick Lips.
He's calling out fighters. He said he's willing to step in the ring.
Oh, he's willing to step in the ring, right? So let's see.
Why do you want to fight Gene Barillo?
I think the people want it more than I do. It's just
shout out to Damien. Go check out my interview with him.
You know, all those the talking and this and that, and he's going to come to Philly and do this and do that and bitch slap people and this and that. I'm just more giving him a platform to come and do what he says he's going to do. That's all. It's nothing more than that. It's just business. I'm not Merlino's boy. I'm not Snuff's boy. I'm my own boy, and it's just business. And
watch him scurry. Watch him
I'm
scurry.
just giving him a platform to come and do all that he says he's going to do.
It's coming.
And, if he can back it up, it would be a huge event.
So what do you think,
He
Gene?
can't though.
Yeah,
He can't
absolutely.
back it up.
You know, I can't. I don't know if I can get in the ring with him. I mean, you said 270 pounds.
What?
I can't. That would be a complete different weight class.
I'm 230.
230.
Oh, wait, what? Are you making excuses why you can't go in the ring with him?
So I'd have to go up, what, 30 pounds, 40 pounds almost.
Well, not really. I mean,
Bro, it's not a professional fight. Your fucking ass go in there and do what you said you're going to do. Now you're scared, motherfucker? You've always been scared.
got Roy Jones in your corner, you're already at an advantage.
True. But I mean, it's just, I mean, that's a heavyweight class.
Scurry.
That's a heavyweight class.
Scurry, rat,
move,
scurry.
Roy will show you everything to do.
Stick and move.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, you're a self-proclaimed, and it's factual, you're a street guy, right?
Right, absolutely.
So at the end,
but I'm not a
right,
moron.
so at the end of the day, okay.
But you are a bitch. You are a bitch.
I get it, but at the end of the day, if you're a street guy, then we'll do Damon's brother runs bare knuckle.
He don't want to do it.
There ain't no
he's
more
scared.
than that.
He's fucking
That's true.
scared.
You're right, absolutely. But the thing is, he's like, usually guys your size, I didn't use my hands. So I mean, that's the whole
Okay,
thing.
tough
So
guy.
now I got to go to that.
What do you mean
I
you didn't use your hands, Gene?
I didn't use my hands with guys 50 pounds heavier than me. You know what I'm saying?
So with your boxing skill, your training, if Roy Jones
You're scared.
is in your corner. So, Jamie has a lot of fights and stuff like that, but
yeah.
So you're saying the weight division.
You have a
will be
lot of
the
fights
only
too, Gene.
issue.
You have a lot of fights too with women. He don't want to fight. He's a pussy. All talk. That's it. That's all he is. All fucking talk.
Yeah.
Not to make the match happen because
that's a big weight difference, man. I'm usually 180 pounds. He's sitting at 230, 240. I mean, that's whole different ball game.
To be able to dance around
if he
him
was
then.
your weight, do you think you would beat him?
Right now, at his age, yeah, I'll kill him. At his age, 100%.
Dude's a fucking
Yeah.
clown.
20 years ago, listen, I'm a realist. 20 years ago, he'll kill me. 20 years ago. Not now. No way.
He'll
way.
pop your head off, dude.
So, Gene, I'm 51.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of weight on you. You got the age on me. I think it's a fair ball game, and you got Roy Jones in your corner. What more could you want? I mean,
the only thing
I'm 51 years old. Come to Philly. We're giving you the platform to beat up a 51-year-old because you run right through me, like you said, in Philadelphia. What more could you want? Listen, I'm gonna give you some of the prop bets, right, that are running around. I got thousands of people.
Yeah.
Barello will never sign the contract.
Oh, I'll
He'll
sign.
fake an injury.
Oh, I'll sign.
This
No,
is
he
what people
won't.
are saying. They
No,
don't
he
think
won't.
you got the balls to come here and fight.
Well,
I've
the
been in 1,000
attorney
Listen.
is getting him to sign. So
Listen.
He ain't gonna fight. Bottom line, you ain't a female, so he ain't gonna fucking fight you. Dude's a fucking coward. He's always been a coward. He'll always be a fucking coward. And that's that. I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch this show. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you for all the donations. If you want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App at Chatting with Stacks. Every dollar counts. I really appreciate all of the support you guys show me. And if you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you could get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother, sister's friend about Chatting with Stacks, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys. And remember, don't be a bitch.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.